Hey guys, it's Tracy. How's everybody doing? Hello, say hello as you come in the page. Come on the page. Oh wow, I have like a beam coming through the sun, I guess. The Lord is with us. I have a beam like coming through. Wow, I have never seen that before. I have like a sunbeam coming through. Anyway, that's all right. I'll take it. How are you doing today, guys? It is a Wednesday, so it is Craft and Chat with Tracy. And I am so glad that you are all here. I'm live here on my page as well as in the Craft Round the Clock group. And so if you're watching on my page, or if you're watching in the Craft Round the Clock group, or if you're watching later on the replay on Facebook or YouTube, welcome. I'm trying to get everything ready. Golly, I have like this beam. I can't even reach that thing to close it. So I'm just going to have to deal with it. I'm sorry, guys. Just have to deal with the sunbeam. The Lord's presence is with us. Anyway, hello, Terry. Hello, Jessica, Miriam. Hi, the Crafty House. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. Now, I am on my segment of Craft Round the Clock, and so I really prefer Wednesdays. Last week, I tried an early morning segment on Friday, and oh my goodness, it just really kind of like messed me up all day. Well, there were some personal things that I was dealing with too, but I was like, oh my goodness, it just really like threw me off. So honestly, I'm going to try to stick with Wednesdays. That's when I try to craft and like live. I do a lot of pre-recorded videos, but when I craft. Hi, Sharon, Terry, Adrian. Thank y'all so much for being here. Okay, guys. So like I said, it is my segment of Craft Round the Clock. And when I get ready to do my craft, I'm going to binge it down so that you can see my table. But I just wanted to welcome you all here to my page. I am so glad that you are all here, and it is the segment or the week. It's a theme week of in Craft Round the Clock. It is going fruity or getting fruity or something like that. I'm sorry, sweet Tracy, if I didn't get it correct, but we're all doing themes with fruit. And so when I put my little graphic out this morning, I said, can y'all guess what I'm going to be doing? Can y'all guess what I'm going to be doing? Okay. All right. Okay. So I just wanted to give that a coat of plaster color chalk paint because I want those to dry and while I get ready to do my other stuff. So I'm so glad that y'all are here today. Hello. Hi, Nikki. Hey, Misty. Hey, Susan. Hey, Brooklyn. Hi, sweet Tracy, Urban, Connie. Hi, Penny. Thank you so much. Y'all, if y'all haven't seen or y'all don't follow Miss Penny Duncan from Remake It Pretty, oh my goodness, she was so sweet and reached out and wanted to do my painting technique with the doodles and the squiggles and the splatter and all that. She rocked it. Oh my goodness. So I had shared her video that she did last night on my page, you know, so if y'all do not follow Miss Penny, that is so sweet, and I greatly appreciate her asking to do that. Most definitely. Anyway, so what I'm doing, I'm going to be working with some apples today. That's what we're going to be doing, guys. We're going to be working with some apples, and I knew I wanted to do something with apples, but I did not settle on, of course, my craft until a little bit before I went live, I promise you. Debbie, hey Susan, hey Jessica, Judy, Brenda, thank you so much for being here. I saw something about YouTube. Can you get comments on YouTube? Miss Connie, I upload the recorded video to my YouTube, so yes, you can leave a comment, but they're not in real time. But definitely you can leave me a comment on YouTube, or you can leave it here if there's anything that you're curious about that I don't, share during my live. then I will definitely go back and answer your comment. And guys, I have this sunbeam coming down. I can't reach the thing to close it, so I'm sorry, but the Lord's presence is with me. I'm sorry. It really is. I'm gonna accept it. Anyway, so I'll have to get my husband to, figure out what's going on with the blind. I've never had that come in. Maybe it's just the way the sun is today. Okay, guys. So what we're going to do, of course, I jam pack a lot of stuff, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, but I wanted to just paint those. Let me show you what I'm using. Let me bend you down so we can get started on the craft. So, don't y'all love that already? I'll tell you about that in just a minute. But for my apples, what I am using is some leftover pumpkins that I had left over from the Dollar Tree. Now, I think that they still have these, from the, at the Dollar Tree. I think they do this year, but I've had these for a couple of years. So I was trying to think of things that I could do this craft with things that I already had, and I didn't have to go out and buy anything. So this right here is actually the ivory ones. And so I just took off the stem. I just took my pliers and just pried that off, took off the raffia bone. I'm not going to use that. But I pulled these out too, because since I'm going to do I'm just partial to red apples, but I wanted to be on the lookout, because apples come in all different colors and that kind of thing. So for fall, you could use this green, you could just take it off and use that for an apple color. And then also I had a gold one. So each year they seem to come out with different colors, but sometimes Dollar Tree does have the same ones over and over. Anyway, so I just wanted to share that, if that's something that you wanted to do. Okay, I'm going to paint my apples red. And then what my thought was, I'm going to use one of these, because I have lots of these. I'm going to make a little shadow box. Okay. And so, I've done this on a couple of other videos that are on my page and also on my YouTube. And, I love working with these, and I love turning them into little boxes, little window boxes. Okay. So for the background, what I'm using is, this is a 12 by 12 canvas. And the reason that I use so many canvases is because when I was doing craft shows, I would paint designs on these canvases, and then I would personalize them, for kids' rooms, and then I would personalize them with the child's name on it, or the teacher's name. I did a lot of apples and that kind of thing, for the teacher's classroom and stuff. And so I have a lot of these canvases that I'm just really trying to use up things that I have. So what I did, guys, is I just took off the canvas part, and so those I was going to say nails, but they're not nails, they're staples. They could be pretty pesky to get out. And let me show you, I got this off of Amazon. They're in my Amazon store, but it's kind of an upholstery staple remover. And actually, I saw these in Walmart in the sewing section. So just sharing that tip with you. All right. So what I want to do is I want to add some antique wax to this, but I'm not going to waste my time doing that, because I really want to focus my time on painting my apples and decorating my box. Since I am on my segment of Craft Round the Clock, I have 45 minutes, so I don't want to waste it on the trivial stuff of just painting this. I wanted to get it done before, but of course I ran out of time. This chicken wire, I know that someone's going to ask. I got this roll of chicken wire from Walmart. Now, I got it a couple of years ago, but this is what the tag looks like. It says Rustic Farmhouse, and I don't know if it's specific to Walmart or if it's just something Walmart had, but I got it in the, not Christmas, I got it in the craft section. It's just rusted already. It's not rusted in a way that it comes off on your hands, but it looks really, really nice. And so it's double ply, it's folded, so I just cut it with my cutters, and then I have two pieces of the same width. And then all I did, guys, don't look too close because it's kind of messy back there, but all I did was take my electric staple gun and just staple it to the back. Okay, so what I am planning to do is add this with a baby wipe, like I like to do, just to give it some color. I'm so glad that y'all are here today. Hello, MNC Craft Treasures, I'm sorry, and Miss Sheila, Crafting with Denise, Julia. Oh my goodness, so many wonderful people are here. Adrian. Hey, Miss Francis from Vine and Silk Designs. Thank y'all for being here and joining me today. Okay, so like I said, I wanted to kind of concentrate on my apples because that is my heart. I love apples. I love them. Actually, one of the things that I don't know if I've ever told anyone, you know, when I graduated high school, I either wanted to go to be a school teacher or I wanted to go to be a cosmetologist. So I took the, 9 months versus 4 years of college or whatever. Anyway, so I'm a cosmetologist. I don't practice that much anymore, but I do cut my, I don't know if y'all have heard my story, but I always say that the Lord sent me to cosmetology school to find my husband and to find my career. So that is my story, and I am sticking to it. And so you just never know what the Lord is going to, send you to do. Okay, so I don't need this right now. So I'm using, okay, so these little pumpkins are those pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. And, they have them every year. And I know I did see them this past year, but I didn't need any more because I have a ton of them. So I just took off the little stem because I'm not going to be needing that. And I took off the raffia bow. And I gave it, because I did take off the sticker on the back, but it has that, gunk on it. And I didn't got time to be trying to sand it off or that kind of thing. So I said, well, I'll just use the front. So I put a coat of plaster color chalk paint. Just one coat, and so then just to kind of help with covering up those gold letters. So I'm going to use the crimson color chalk paint. I just like this color. Anybody can use whatever color that they like, for their apple or whatever they are doing, but I am just prone to red apples. That's just my favorite. I just love painting red apples. That's right. Francis says, her husband says, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. I tell you, that is my story and I'm sticking to it. The Lord sent me to cosmetology school, or give me the desire to go to find my husband and then also find my career. And my career, if you don't know, I retired last summer, this summer of 2021, I retired from a state of Texas facility that I worked for 32 and a half years. And I was an administrative assistant, but I had worked my way up through the, through the ranks, and was so fortunate to have the most awesome supervisors and mentors along my way that really prepared me for the next position, to move up. I say that humbly, but when I retired, from my day job in 2021, this is what I get to do. Hey Erin, hey Susan, hey Diana, thanks so much for being here, guys. So I've had my crafty hobby for many years, but then when I was getting closer to retirement and I knew this is something that I wanted to do, this to be my full-time job. Yep, I've been doing it for a whole year now and so blessed to be able to do that. Okay, so I'm going to put that to the side so that it can dry just a bit. If I need to, I will hit it with my heat tool And if not, then, you know, we'll just continue to keep working. Okay. So this little box is one of those boxes from Dollar Tree. Every year they seem to come out with them. I just love this because I love the buffalo check. And so that is what I'm going to be using for my box. All right. And so then I already know I'm going to want some height. And so I'm fortunate that we do have a Five Below, and the Five Below store has these tumbling tower blocks for, when I bought it, this was $5. You know, inflation, I don't know how much they are now, but there's like 48 in here, and I love using these bigger ones. I love the little Jenga tumbling tower blocks at Dollar Tree, but these bigger ones just really suit my need. Okay, so I already know that I am going to want to put these in this box to give it some height. And so I just I'm using some E6000 glue, and you may be thinking, Tracy, why are you using those small tubes? Because I have a love-hate relationship with E6000 and the big E6000, not bottles, tubes. Children need to have the small ones. I can control it a little better than the bigger tubes. So I just order a big, just a big thing like this from Amazon. Big thing like this from Amazon. And so they just work so much better for me. I'm just sharing things that work for me, guys, because I pick up tips and tricks from my friends as well. So thanks so much for being here. I greatly appreciate you so much. Okay, so I was about to say my pumpkins. My apples are going to go in here because it is Going Fruity theme week this week in Craft Round the Clock. So that's why I'm doing some apples. And apples are not just for teachers and for, other things. You can also decorate with apples for fall. And so I had on my YouTube channel, I have a apple, not a collaboration, but a collection video that I did that I have like 10 different Apple projects in it. I need to reshare that because I am getting so many new followers and friends that are just finding me, and I'm so grateful. And so, they may not have seen that. So I need to bring that out of my archives and share that again. Okay, so I am going to have to kind of heat these up with my heat tool. So Frances with Vine and Silk Design says she hears that folks have problems with E6000, but she never has. That's because you're special, Miss Frances. I'm just kidding, lady. That is so funny. Yeah, I know. People who don't have a problem with it, they're like, I don't have a problem with it. Why do you have a problem with it? I don't know. I just do. And so I have just found along the way that things just, make simple. I'm a girl of convenience. I am a girl of convenience. Hello, Miss Cindy Lou. Hello, everyone. All my Craft Round the Clock crafting hostess sisters. Thank y'all for supporting. I so appreciate that. Okay, so I'm using Crimson Red, and so I need to give it another coat of red. And so let me just paint this on the back real quick. So I'm making kind of like a window box with my apples. And I can't put that down like that, Trace. So these 45-minute segments on Craft Round the Clock go really fast. So I try to prepare, why did you do that? Okay, that's all right. We'll get another brush. So y'all, if you are not familiar with Craft Round the Clock, there is a link in the description of this video, but it is a free group that you can join that has 24/7 crafting. So you never have to look for something to watch because there's so many different hostesses, and either they're live crafting or they are on the replay. And so Miss Tracy Campbell, who is the owner of Craft Round the Clock, has done a fantastic job with you know, just building her team of creators and hostesses. We do try to bring you the best, most original, you know, different projects and that kind of thing. So I am very honored to be included in the group with such talent. So many talented ladies. Oops, I don't want that. That was the back. So I want to quickly get this painted. Okay. All right. Good deal. Good deal. All right. And I'm a one-woman show, and so I do appreciate any of my friends, my crafty friends. If you see someone that's new, if you're welcome them to my page. And also if they ask a question and you maybe know the answer, I greatly appreciate any assistance that you could give me. I do appreciate that. Okay. All righty. So this little box again is from Dollar Tree, you know, it was a couple of years ago, and I glued 2 of the larger tumbling tower blocks from Five Below. And so I just love working with those bigger tumbling tower blocks. Miss Denise says she wants me to share that apple video. Absolutely, I will. It was around this time, or maybe in last August, when I put it together, and I got so many you know, sweet comments on it, because I wanted, you know, I just said apples are not just for cooking and just for teachers. They are, you can use them for fall decorating. Oh, the red, this is called Crimson. It is one of my favorite red chalk paints. And this is a Waverly brand. You could get that at Walmart. Okay? Get that at Walmart. So guys, my boys, my son and my grandson go back to school on the 17th. And so I'm really not counting down the days. Psych. I am so counting down the days. I am going to miss them, because they're really not any problem. It's just, you know, they kind of like put a cramp in my style, because I am a work at home mom, and so, you know, I do my crafts. I do a lot of pre-recorded videos on YouTube, and so that's kind of like my jam. And so, you know, just them slamming the doors, and, you know, it's just somebody else being here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Okay. So let me tell you, for the apples, for the stem of the apples, I have these little wood cut things. I got this bunch from Dollar Tree, of course, and so I'm just pulling out some of the smaller ones. Now, if you wanted to recreate something like this, you could definitely go out in your yard, use some sticks and that kind of thing. But I love, you know, getting these from the Dollar Tree, because this was last year when everything was still $1. You know, now it's $1.25, and so it is what it is. You know. So let me dry this. Hello, hi, Loft House Designs and More. Hi, Splash of Paint with Deborah. Miss Denise, hello. Yes, Urban Diverse. Yes, I have a 15-year-old a 15-year-old son. Well, he'll be 16 Friday. He'll be 16, and then I have a 5-year-old oh my goodness, Tracy. Okay, let me start over. I have a 25-year-old son. He's on his own and working and all that kind of thing. And he has an 8-year-old son. He's a single dad. And so then we have, me and my husband, we have the 2 boys. He'll be 16 on Friday. So I told him the other day, I said, you're closer to 16 than you are 15. So I'm just going to start saying you are 16. So he'll be 16. He'll be a sophomore in high school. And then my grandson, who is 8, he will be in 2nd grade. He'll be in 2nd grade. Okay, guys. So what I'm doing is I am painting some apples. I am painting some apples. I love apples. I guess it's just because I was going to be a school teacher and then I didn't, and so, but that's okay, you know, because everything happens for a reason. If you didn't hear a while ago, I said, you know, I always say that the Lord sent me to cosmetology school after high school because that's where I found my husband, and because he, you know, I would cut his hair, and then also my career because one of the ladies that I did, she's the one who introduced me to the state of Texas job that I had, and so, you know, it had benefits and retirement plan. And, you know, at 21, I was like, I don't know. You know, at 21, you don't think about the future like that. But here I am, you know, 54. I just turned 54 in May. And so I have the privilege of being a full-time crafter, and this is my career now. Okay, so these little pumpkins are from the Dollar Tree, and I had just taken off the little stem. And so what I'm going to do is, I don't care about that, you know, it doesn't matter. I'm going to do one kind of sitting like this, and I'm going to do the other one up like this. So I'm just going to do some painting. And so I just have my brush and just some black paint. It's just let me move this out of the way so you can see. Just a 1/2 inch flat paintbrush. And so then I just do my shading. So I dip half of my brush in paint, the other half in clean water, and then I just blend on a paper towel. And I can already see I got way too much on there. So I already know that it's not going to blend well for me. Hello, everyone. Hello from the great state of Texas. I am in a little town called Brenham, which is, I would say that it's like the triangular, you know, we're just, you know, in between Houston, Austin, and Bryan College Station. So that's kind of, we're in between there. And so that's where I am located. And Texas has a lot of creators in it. And also in the Craft Round the Clock group, we are having a big meetup next spring. So if you're not a member of Craft Round the Clock, it's free to join. It's free to join. Okay. So Urban Diverse is saying, oh man, you'll be glad you didn't become a teacher. Too much paperwork. She used to work in education department. Yep, it is a lot. I have a sister-in-law that is, she was a teacher for many, many, many years. Now she works in administration. But yeah, she, you know, and then I did teach Sunday school for about 20 years. Me and my husband did. And so that like gave me the, you know, like solidified that, yeah, Lord, thank you for sending me where you wanted me to go, where I thought that I wanted to go, but I really didn't want to be a teacher. So that hour on Sunday for Sunday school was actually good enough. That's all the kids I needed. That's right, sweet Deborah. Splash of Paint with Deborah says home of Bluebell ice cream. That is right. Okay. So I just shaded my apples. I keep wanting to say pumpkins, but it is not pumpkins, Trace. It's not. Okay. So then I'm just using some buttermilk paint. And my little, I call it my little detailing brush, little loved brush. And so then now I'm just going to start putting some detailing on. The beauty is in the detail. Beauty is in the details. So I'm going to put one of these apples standing like this and the other one standing up. So I'm just, whoops, got way too much paint on there. So I'm just going to just add a little bit of the detailing. And so this little detailing brush is so old, it's very worn out. and missing bristles and that kind of thing, but it is what it is. So just gonna take my time, just kind of put some doodling around just like that. Just kind of put some little doodling around just like that. And so like I mentioned when I first started the video, you know what, I'm gonna do this upside down. Well, no, that'll cover it. The other thing will cover it. That's what I'll do. No, that's on the side. The little hole that the you know, the little stem came in on it from Dollar Tree. To cover that up. That's all right. I'll cover it up with some ribbon or something like that. I try not to sweat the small stuff like that, because I'm just, a lot of the things I either give away or, you know, just really do for video purposes. Now, my wreaths and stuff I do sell locally at a gift shop in my hometown. And actually, I need to get busy on some fall wreaths, because she's gonna be asking for them. Ocean Breeze and me, yes, I went to school. After I graduated high school, I went to cosmetology school. I keep my license up. I'm inactive, so I can go like to the hair, you know, professional place and stuff, but I do not practice anymore. So I just cut my husband's hair, my family, my mom and dad, and that kind of thing. Speaking of, thank you so much if y'all saw my plea for prayers for my dad. Yeah, he had some bleeding going on, and so he was very weak. His hemoglobin level had dropped, and so we ended up having to put him in the hospital for a couple of days. And so we were able to, you know, get him, by the grace of God, get him back up where he needs to be. So he's at home now, and he's resting and really just trying to get his strength back. He's 80, so you know, he's not a spring chicken, but I'm so grateful. So grateful. Okay, so then now what I want to do is add some paint splattering, and so I just wet my brush just a little. I like to use a stencil brush, but you could use an old toothbrush or flick it with your fingers. I just use a stick, and so I just pull the stick over the bristles, pull the stick toward my body, and then it projects onto this here. And so I've been doing this for 20 something years, so I kind of know how to guide it. But please cover your table with some paper or something that, you know, if you want to use some paint splattering. So I did black. And then now I'm going to go back to hurry up with the buttermilk of the paint. And then I always love to, let me get get the, you know, I have all these brushes. Just get a round brush, and I always love to do like the highlight of the apple. I just like to do that. Okay. So I will definitely put a picture of the finished project on my Facebook page, and also you know, on all my social medias. If you're watching later on YouTube, I will put it on my community tab, and also you can look in the description of the video. I try to put the link to the pictures so that, you know, everyone can see, because after the video I always go back and add something, you know, rework the bow, or, you know, put more something to it and that kind of thing. Thank you so much for prayers for my sweet daddy, because he is just a blessing. You know, all of our parents are just a blessing. And so I really want to I really wanted that to dry, but my stem of my apple is going to go here on the top, and it really is okay if it's not completely dry, because let me show you what I use. This is my favorite varnish to use on my painted projects. You can get it at the craft store, or I do have it listed in my Amazon shop. I just like the glossy look, and so that is what I'll do when this is completely dry. I try to make sure that they're dry, and I like the more darker apples. If you're more of a red delicious apple person, so I just take that, just take that stem and just put it right there, because I'm going to have one right there, and then I'm going to have one on top. Oh, good. The way that I put my little swoosh, I have the hole at the bottom. So it is fruity, going fruity in the Craft Round the Clock group. So everyone who is on the schedule. Now there may be people that are filling in that may not be doing a fruit project, but so that is how that's going to look, guys. That's how that's going to look. Okay, so for my little window box, see, one's going to go, let me see how I had it. Like, yeah, one's going to go right there. Yeah. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so cute. And then that one's going to go right there. That is going to be so cute. But of course, I got to add some more stuff to it. Of course, of course, of course. Let's see. So here, and then also once these dry, then what I do is I take my, I'm just trying to get all of the steps in, kind of let y'all know what I'm going to do. But the pictures, well, I'll show y'all. I will probably use my black Sharpie marker just to go around and doodle it and that kind of thing. And so for my window box, I'm going to add my favorite Excelsior. Just stick that underneath there. Just kind of cover up. That's why I didn't even worry about painting those tumbling tire blocks, because they're going to be covered up anyway. They're going to be covered up anyway. So for my window box, what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this onto my window box like this. Now I didn't do it, I'm not doing it yet, only because I need to add a few more things to it. But like I said, I will add pictures and share it over in, it'll be on my page, on my YouTube community page, as well as I'll share it over in the Craft Round the Clock group so that everyone can see, because that's what's so good about, I love, supporting my fellow creatives, and then we can, give them some love when they share their finished creation. Okay, also what I'm going to do is, so that's why I don't want to attach it yet, I'm going to take my antique wax and I'm going to just use a baby wipe and just put some antique wax on it. I wanted to do that before the video started, but I didn't have the chance to do that. And then for my apple, I'm going to be using some of this fun ribbon that I got from Dollar Tree. I love this. I was fortunate a few months ago to find some of this tan colored one, off-white colored one, but then when I went to Fort Worth, I found some of this green, so I was thinking about using that. And I also need to grab some leaves from the other area, because I forgot about those. I just really do jam pack a lot of stuff into my projects. Hey Patsy, hey Donna. So like I said, I want to give that some antique wax, and then I'm going to attach my box down here. I'm probably just going to glue it, and probably glue it really good with some E6000 and some hot glue so that it stays really well. And so then my apples are going to, I'm going to move a little bit of this. My apples are going to stand like this, and oops, It didn't dry all the way, Trace. I'm going to stand like this and like this. And so then I'm going to decorate the box. Let me glue this a little bit better. I like to use the combination of the E6000 and the hot glue, because E6000 is the permanent hold, and then the hot glue holds it immediately, but I guess I got off of it a little bit. Oh, thanks so much for spreading the charm. I greatly appreciate that. Thanks for the prayers, guys. He's doing good. He just needs to regain his strength, because anyway, it's just, you know, daddies are special. They are. They're so special. Okay. So then I've got some greenery. I love this greenery from Hobby Lobby. Get it when it's on sale, half off. And then, because I love it that it's kind of, you know, spriggy or just kind of drapes like that. So I think that that's what I'm going to use for my little window box. Okay. And then also, I pulled out some of these beautiful flowers. I got these over at Hobby Lobby as well, little like fall daisies, and this green, like this greenery grass. I'm all about the texture and all that kind of thing. And then what I thought I was going to do is make a little banner. And now I pulled this out. This is like duck cloth. And I don't know if you've seen the way that I had this pin like this. I got this idea off of Instagram from the Little Green Bean. The Little Green Bean, she sews a lot and that kind of thing. Anyway, this is just foam board, and she folds her fabric around, pins it, and then in her sewing room she has stacked up like this, just like books, like in a library. And so I've been doing this for years, and so I just wanted to pass that little tip along. So I just need to cut off a little piece of this duck cloth, and then I think I'm going to write it. I'm going to do a banner, and so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to put on it. Maybe welcome or fall or something like that. Something like that. But I'm just going to cut this off of here. And so I have been using this tip for many years. That's how I have my fabric, just like that. And so probably what I'll do is I'll cut out, you know, little pennants or something like that. And then I'm going to make a banner to hang on here. I'm going to put this here with my apples like this and like this. That's my thought. Just like that. And make the banner. And that's what we're going to do. That is what I'm going to do. Y'all have some great ideas for different ways that you store your fabric. So if you're watching on the replay, guys, there is lots of different ideas in the comments. And so that's what I do when I watch other videos. I go back in the comments and read some of the comments, because you pick up a lot of great tips and tricks. Anyway, so my sunbeam is still here. That is so interesting. Blessed be the Lord, because he's with me. He's shining through in my craft room. So anyway, I know it doesn't look like much now, but I'm going to add some greenery. I'm going to add some flowers. I'm going to make the little banner. First, I wanted all of this to dry, but first I'm going to put some antique wax and that kind of thing. But I promise I will share pictures of everything and post it on my page and on my Instagram, as well as my community tab. Anyway, so, and then also I need to find out why is my tripod like going down. What is going on today, guys? Anyway, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I will post pictures. God bless you. We'll see you in the next video, and y'all have a great day.